company's going to set our own standards and do it our own way. And I've had it with this kind of stuff. And I come in.
Are we starting to see the end of hybrid working, remote working, whatever you want to call it? We've seen a lot of companies telling people, listen, we want you back in the office 5 days a week. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, these large corporations want people back in the office. See what JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon has to say about this whole work from home, remote working situation.
And you were doing the following, okay? Looking at your mail, sending texts to each other, what an asshole the other person is. Okay, not paying attention, not reading your stuff, and if you don't think that slows down efficiency, creativity, creates rudeness, and stuff, it does, okay? And
I agree with him on this point. When you're in a meeting, your mind, your concentration should be at the meeting 100%. You should read the materials, but you'll be surprised when you're in the office. 9 out of 10 times, a lot of people, when they're in a meeting, if that particular topic is not related to them, they're not listening. They're going to be dozing off. They're going to be looking at something else. It just happens. It's human nature.
Found out that people are doing that. You don't do that in my goddamn meetings. You go to me, it simply doesn't work. And it doesn't work for creativity. Give me the shit that work from home Friday works. It slows down decision making. And don't give me the shit that work from home Friday works. I call a lot of people on Friday. There's not a goddamn person you get a hold of. But here...
Do I don't understand about this comment? If no one was doing anything on a Friday, then how come the company still runs and is still working? Like, it doesn't make sense. There's so many companies out there that, that have adopted remote working, hybrid working, or they work from home on Fridays, but the company is turning a profit. Money is being made. And like, I work remotely as well sometimes, and I am working. Like, what else am I going to be doing? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Problems, okay? And they are substantial, okay? Which is the young generation is being damaged by this. That means they may or may not be on your particular staff, but they are being left behind. They're being left behind socially, ideas, meeting people. In fact, my guess is most of you live in communities a hell of a lot less diverse than this room.
So I agree with this point, right? That young people, if you're starting out in your career, it's good to go in the office and surround yourself by people who are more experienced, who know what they're doing, so you can learn off them, you can bounce, ideas off them, etc. But again, that doesn't need to be 5 days a week in the office. You say, for example, you go into the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, your team are in. You could just do that. Why does it have to be 5 days in the office?
Area, you have a choice. You don't have to work at JP Morgan. So the people of you who don't want to work at the company, that's fine with me. I'm not mad at you. Don't be mad at me. It's a free country. You can walk with your feet, but this company's going to set our own standards and do it our own way. And I've had it with this kind of stuff. And I come in.
He basically said, listen, you either jump on our boat or you're off. He's saying that you accept this mandate, come to the office, or you leave and go to another company, which is fair enough. At the end of the day, it is a private company. They're going to set the rules. They're going to tell you this is what we want to do. You have a like it or lump it type situation because it's a private company at the end of the day.
I'm working 7 days a goddamn week since COVID, and I come in and where's everybody else? They're here and there, and the Zooms don't show up, and people say they didn't get stuff. So that's not how you run a great company. We didn't build this.
I don't understand his beef with like Teams and Zooms. Like, it doesn't make sense. Even if you go into the office, 99% of these large corporations, or not even 99%, 100% of these large corporations, you go into the office, you're going to log into your laptop, and you're going to be in meetings, how? Virtually. Because if you work at an organization as big as JP Morgan, you're going to be working with people in different states. If you're in the US or even in different countries, like especially in Europe, you have teams that work in, I don't know, in UK, France, Italy, and they're all working together. There's no way you're having meetings face to face all the time. What, to review a PowerPoint or to review a spreadsheet? No. Like, at the end of the day, there's a major push to jump, do meetings virtually anyway because of saving costs, net zero, climate change, reducing travel expenses, all of that stuff. So I don't get that point, to be honest. Let's look at one of their competitors, Citigroup. They made a smart move here. They're committing to hybrid working. They're saying come to the office 3 days a week and you can work from home 2 days a week. Now, they're using this as a clever tactic to poach talent from these organizations who have said come to the office 5 days a week. As you can see there, the boss of Citigroup has told executives that most staff will continue to be able to work remotely 2 days a week. And again, a decision that sets it apart from other Wall Street banks. I feel like this is the way to move forward, right? A lot of people have adopted their lifestyle around hybrid work and remote working. For example, childcare, travel costs, all these different things that are associated, mental health as well. You know, a lot of people have adapted their lifestyle to remote working, and it's hard to go back. Let's just talk about getting into the office. You got to wake up 2 hours early, you know, have breakfast, sort yourself out, go on a packed public transportation system. We all know rush hour. This is London right now on the screen. It's packed. Rush hour is crazy. It's cold outside. It's hot outside. You're wearing a puffer jacket in the underground. When you get to work, you need another shower because you're sweating and whatnot. It's all mental. Just doing that day in, day out is just long. And then don't even get me started with the cost of going into the actual office. Because, yeah, you got to go through all that, as I mentioned before. But then you got to pay crazy amounts to go the London Underground or whatever public transport system you use. You got to pay for lunch if you don't take packed lunch. And all of that stuff adds up, and you know your wages aren't increasing in regards to inflation. People who do remote working, they're like, I don't have to worry about this cost, right, of £10 going into the office, spending £15 on lunch and whatnot, and that adds up, right? Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you team hybrid, team fully remote, team 5 days a week in the office? Let me know what else you want me to react to. More videos will be coming, so please make sure you like and subscribe.